Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share an offering with you. I'm going to be doing my first tarot reading and I am super excited, yet I have a piece about myself. The tarot reading that I will be sharing with you, it's called Healing Your Inner Child. I am very much into inner child healing. I have been working with my inner child now knowingly for 2 years or maybe more. And so this is a spread that I have been using for about 2 years to connect with my inner child. I connect with my inner child in many, many ways, but this is like one of my favorite fun ways to connect with my inner child. And this deck, I want to introduce this deck to you because this is my inner child deck. So this is my child deck. I have been working with this deck almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. So this is my inner child deck, and I love to do readings with this deck. The spread that I will be doing today is called Healing Your Inner Child. It's a spread that I found on Pinterest, and the person who created this spread is called Emerald Lotus. And it's a spread that has 7 cards, so I'll just be doing the spread with you. So before I start, I want to say a prayer and set an intention with this reading. Great I am, great spirit, archangels, guardian angels, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, all aligned with love and light. I ask that you guide us in this inner child reading. I ask that you allow our major guide to show up, which is our inner child, and to help us in this process and to receive a message from our inner child. I thank you. I thank you for allowing me to be a vessel. And I ask that this message touch whoever is open to receiving and hearing a message from their inner child. Ashe. So, and this crystal is malachite. I love malachite. So malachite is an amazing crystal for inner child healing, for change, for transformation. So yeah, that's that one. I am grateful to just be doing something, just to be doing this. I love reading. I have been reading myself since 2019, and I've had the opportunity to read my mom and some family members. And so this is just something I enjoy doing. And I'm ready to share. I'm truly, truly ready to share, wanting to share, open to sharing. So let's see. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So let's see. To do this. So this card here is going to talk about how your inner child currently feels. So that's what this card will be about. This card will be about what your inner child lacked. So this is what you lacked as an inner child, what your inner child lacked. This card will be something that left your inner child scarred. So something that gave your inner child a boo-boo or owie. So a scar. Let's see. This card will be about how this is affecting your life now. So this is how this wound is affecting your life now. This card will be about something I can do to heal your inner child. So how can you support your inner child? And this card will be something I can do to heal. This card will be something you can do to heal your inner child. And this card will be something you can do to support your inner child. And the last card will be a message from your inner child. So I know you can't see the full spread, but I'll still be doing the reading. So we'll just move through these cards. Thank you. I kind of want you to see the full spread. Let's see. I can help you see the full spread. So this is the full spread. There we go. There we go. So that's the full spread. So the first card in your reading is how your inner child feels currently. So let's just see. Oh, 8 of Swords. So currently your inner child feels trapped. It's more of a mental trap. It's more of a space of where you need to go within. So how do I want to explain this card? So these are the swords, and this is your inner child inside. She is pure. Blue is all about clarity, and her hands are bound and her eyes are covered. And that's because she's blinded right now, because she can't see clearly, because all of these swords are blocking her and trapping her and has her mind bound and has her bound in her hands and bound in her eyes. So all her gifts, she's just bound in every single way. But as you can see here, what I love about this card is there's a bird up there. That is her spirit guide. That is her ancestor guiding her, telling her all she has to do is stand up for herself and free herself. She could even take her hands and use it to free herself with one of these swords. One of these swords that you feel is binding you can actually free you. So a lot of things that we feel are binding us are actually, quite frankly, there to free us. It's just a matter of how we see it. But the thing is, she can't see it because her eyes are closed. She has to walk by faith. She's going to have to stand up and know that she can overcome this. So right now, your inner child feels trapped in this box. Your inner child wants to be free. Many of us don't know that we even have inner children. A lot of what's happening in the world, from how I see it in my perspective and my reality, is that a lot of things that are happening in the world, I look at people and I truly see it's just their inner child just acting out. And so you don't even know that you have an inner child, because your inner child feels trapped. So your inner child is saying, hey, I'm here. Hi, I'm here. Let me out. And so this card is really encouraging you to just connect with your inner child, because they want to come out and they want to play. Look at the cat. The cat is there like, please, I want to come out and play. Once you stand up and overcome this, you already have tools and everything. So this is the 8 of Swords. 8 is the symbol for infinite for me. It's an infinite number. So this is definitely your inner child. Please let me out and play. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. This next card is about what you lack, what your inner child lacked. Oh, goodness. We have the High Priestess here. We have major arcana coming through. Your inner child lacks spiritual wisdom, spiritual insight. As a child, we are a pure child, and we have this innate information and this wisdom. And a lot of times when we are little, we are being programmed. This is blue, this is red, this is the letter A, that's the sky. Like, we are literally being programmed at school. And so what that does is take away like our inner knowing and our inner gifts. So, and the High Priestess is definitely connected to the feminine energy. So what your inner child lacked is just all of its natural innate gifts that it was given has been taken away. So that's what your child lacked. A lot of I just really truly believe that we need to bring back spiritual teachings to children when they're little. Actually let them teach us what they know, their wisdom and their knowledge. So your inner child lacked like this wisdom and this knowledge. Thank you. Something that left your inner child scarred. Oh. We got the Tower. So this is also major arcana. So this could be some life shifting, life altering, something that was meant for your highest good that you didn't see it that way, and it left your inner child scarred and wounded. The Tower comes with a lot of emotions. It comes with starting a new foundation. Maybe you didn't have the proper foundation Maybe you didn't have the proper foundation. What I think about with this card is I think about the story of the three little pigs, and I think about the big bad wolf and little pig, let me in. And this particular house wasn't built with the right foundation, so that left your inner child scarred. When I think about a house and I think about a home, I typically think about our parents and our family and our upbringing. So maybe there was some things going on in the home that needed to be disrupted. Maybe you were a product of a divorce. Maybe you're a product of your parents fighting. So definitely this left your inner child scarred. Something to do with the home. Thank you. But what you don't know about this particular tower is this is something that's for your good. You just don't see it that way. How is this affecting my life now? So, the devil showed up. So the way that this is affecting your life now is you're letting this control you. You're letting this bind you. You may need to go inside and do some shadow work. It's just the way that you're seeing it. You're choosing to be bound by this thing. One thing about the devil is you need to sit back and think of, what are you letting control you? Are you letting this story of what happened in your home, the scar, are you letting that control you, or are you going in and choosing to look at this differently? So you're definitely being controlled by this wound. You could be a person who is just retelling the story over and over again. This is your story. You are a victim, and I'm not trying to discredit people who are victims, but that story only has as much power as you choose to give it. You can always choose to rewrite your story. This devil doesn't really have any power other than the power that you've given it. These children can always say no. What do your parents always tell you as a child? You say no to that stranger. No, they can't offer you anything. So you're choosing to be controlled by this past story or by this past scar, and it needs to be healed. And that's what we're going to talk about with this next card. Something you can do. Let's see, get you picked up. Okay. So this next card is something you can do to heal your inner child. So this is the Four of Pentacles. You need to rebuild your foundation. Your foundation, you don't feel safe in this foundation. You could be hoarding. You could just feel super protective. I mean, you have a trunk there. Do you even know what's inside of it? Have you looked? Have you seen? Four is all about foundation, and the Pentacles is about our outer world. So you're letting this affect you in your outer world. You have locked yourself away. You have all these treasures, and you don't trust it because of what happened to you as a child. You don't want that tower moment to happen. That tower moment has scarred you. And so you are super, super duper protective of this treasure. I remember hearing, I like to listen to affirmations, and it's a story about a beggar. And this beggar was sitting on a trunk like this. And he's begging and he's begging. He's going years begging. And he finally approaches a person. And the person, he asked the person, he's begging, he's asking. And the person said, what's inside of that trunk? And the person says, I don't know what's inside this trunk. So this person has had this trunk for all these years. And in that moment, when the person asked him what was inside the trunk, he opened the trunk and he had all this money and all this stuff that was inside of this trunk. And so you need to stand up and do some internal work and rebuild your foundation. You truly have everything that you need, but you're just being super protective. You're not letting anything flow when you're in that state. You're not letting anything flow. So something that you can do to heal your inner child is to do some inner work. Go inside yourself, rebuild your foundation. Let's see what's inside of your trunk. It's okay. And how can we support our inner child? Oh, we have the Page of Swords. What I love is that you are wearing blue. You're wearing blue, so I like the connection here, and I love that it's a sword card. It's like starting over. Gain some knowledge, gain some wisdom, do some studying, do some internal work. You already have everything you need. It just hasn't had the opportunity to use his sword, but definitely he's learning. He's a student. He's young. Go back to your inner child and do some studying and reparenting your inner child. Yes. Pages soar. You're young in this space. So be patient with yourself. When the pages show up, they are students. So this is asking you to be a student. Maybe I always like to look at my inner child as a guide. And so go back and allow your inner child to guide you to be a student and to learn again and to go back and learn from these experiences. What can you take from them? So that's one way that we can support our inner child. And the last card we got is a message from our inner child. Oh, the King of Wands. Your inner child is very passionate about you. Your inner child is very strategically planning. Your inner child is loyal. Your inner child is with you. Your inner child wants to see the world with you. Your inner child is very much rooted and is ready to go on this journey with you and have fun with you. And so I am encouraging your inner child, baby, is passionate about you. That's beautiful. Loyal, and is looking forward, planning for this opportunity for you two to just get together and to do this work and to have fun. So I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. It has definitely been my pleasure to do this reading. I hope this helps. And in closing, I want to say a prayer. Thank you, inner child, for showing up in this reading and giving us messages that we need to hear you, to begin the healing process or to continue in the healing process. We are just delighted that you came through to say hey, to say hi, and to say I'm here. We look forward to working with you, to meeting you again, to talking to you again, to holding your hand. And thank you, thank you, thank you.